Hi guys, my name is Brandy and I want to welcome you to my channel Sewing Back. If you're new here, I want to welcome you. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I did an October pantry challenge back in October. And essentially the October pantry challenge was that we were not going to eat out, and I was trying to eat out of my pantry. I had cleaned out my pantry, and I had a lot of foods that had either just recently went by the sell-by date or were fixing to go by the sell-by date at the end of the year. And I was trying to get through a lot of those items and at the same time save money on my my grocery bill for other things. So I kind of did a week. My dog. Okay, Odie, I love you. I love you. You're a sweet boy. You're my big boy. Are you winking at me? I'll wink back at you. You gotta calm down, okay? It's a good boy. Sorry. Anyway, the pantry challenge went really well. I made a menu out for the month, and we pretty much lived by it for the whole month. There was a cheat, and stop it, Odie, get down. There was a cheat that happened, and I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head. That we pretty much followed that. Each week I did try to have one new recipe. Typically I didn't have to cook on Wednesdays, because that was actually the one cheat, was because we have Wednesday night dinner at church, and the last Wednesday of that month fell during our fall. We had a fall festival, and so they didn't do Wednesday night that week, and I didn't know when I planned everything out. So there was somewhat of a cheat that night. But outside of that, we lived by that menu plan. I followed the guidelines where I had set a $100 budget each week for my groceries that I needed to get, that were like fresh things, dairy, lunch things for my kids for their lunches, and that kind of thing. So, and for the most part, I stuck within my budget. I did have a couple tricks, all that. There's videos if you want to check them out. So for November, I didn't attempt to follow the same pattern, because we knew our basketball season had started, our games had started, and so our games, we can end up all over town, from, you know, just in our own hometown all the way to a couple counties over. We have to go, you know, where they play. So, and of course all these games happen during dinner. We also, November is a huge heavy birthday month for us. We have a couple kids who have birthdays in November. My husband has his birthday. My sister has her birthday. My parents have their anniversary. There's Thanksgiving. So there's all the things. And so I knew I just wanted to get through November. And so my goal was to try to save the same amount of money I saved in October. In October, I saved $350. And so today is kind of recapping how did I do in November and how much was I able to save. So it was a bust, okay? As I kind of already hinted, I was trying very much just to kind of get through it. I had all these birthdays. We had a lot of meals out, because that's one of our big traditions. If it's your birthday, you get to pick where we go out to eat. We don't eat out a whole lot anyway. And so we had a good bit of that. Plus we had Thanksgiving. I hosted Thanksgiving, and it was wonderful. It was such an amazing Thanksgiving. So thankful for that time with my family. And I was thankful for all the good things that I got to cook, that I grew. I mean, this was so, I don't know, it was a good time. And so I was really thankful for that time. And I hope you were thankful for the time you had with your loved ones as well. And so I did not save $350 for November. So I will show you what I have. This is all that I have left. I will say this though, I would have saved more. He's just gonna be here. I'm sorry. He's just not going anywhere. So I would have had more to show, except for I had some opportunities to bless some other people. I don't say that in a boastful way. That's part of why I wanted to do some of this, is I wanted to have that extra that when I saw a need, I could meet it. It was just like second nature. That's what I wanted to be able to do. And God, during the October Pantry Challenge, God totally blessed me the first day of it and let me do that. And this month was no different. I had a couple opportunities to help one family who they're out of work and have kids to feed. And I was able to help make a donation to their grocery budget. And so so that was some of my money went there. Another one was someone else in my life who has helped me this year a lot, had a medical emergency, and this person does not have insurance. They can't afford insurance, and they ended up with an emergency surgery. And so another friend started a GoFundMe, and so I was able to participate in that. So I am very thankful. Odie, down. I'm very thankful that I was able to do that. And to me, that's kind of the point in doing it and being a good steward, is because when you see a need, you can fill that need, you know. And sometimes that need might be, you know, in your own family or even you know. And so I don't feel like I was a total failure. And a matter of fact, the money I'm fixing to show you is going to fly away tomorrow, because I'm going to give it away. And I'm giving it away to my son's school. They do like a stocking stuffer kind of thing, and for staff, and I'm just gonna give them this. And so anyway, so let me tell you what I have. I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97. I have $97. I'm gonna try to find like $3 more to give to the, so it's a decent amount, and to give to that at his school. But that's what I have left. And so it was not $350. Odie, you're being a bad boy. It's not $350, but like I said, it would have been more, but I had the opportunity to help other people, and I'd rather have done that than shown you $350 this month. That's just the truth, and I'm thankful. I have a thankful heart about it. So I want to be careful, because I think that when we give and stuff like that, it's supposed to be unseen kind of thing. And I'm really not trying to boast or anything like that. I'm really just trying to show the principles by which I'm trying to live. And so anyway, I hope that you'll know that that's my heart motive in it. So with that leads us to today's December 1st. I don't know if you'll probably see this on December 2nd. But thinking about December, we're still in basketball, and then we have Christmas. We only have one birthday, me. So, and just some things, you know, kind of on the horizon, and what do I want to try to do? And so my goal is, or I did not do this for November. I did menu plan on my menu board each week, but it was very loose. And so I went ahead and I printed out a December calendar, and I have meal planned. He's a big baby. He's a big furry baby. And I meal planned for the month of December. And so I have us going out for my birthday. We typically do. I don't really have, I don't think I have, yeah, I don't have anything else. I tried to look at our basketball games and stuff, particularly those that are away, and thinking, well, what could I cook like in the Instapot, crock pot feature, and when we got home we could eat it? Or what could I do before, like when I do my taco meat, I cook a big batch of it and then I put it in freezer bags, and all I have to do is pull it out, put it in the fridge, and then we just reheat it. And you know, we heat up some taco shells, and that's a pretty, I mean, I would say that's probably under 15 minutes for a meal, okay? So I tried to plan that. I tried to incorporate a couple of new meals, not as many. Odie, stop. Not as many because it's Christmas time and who knows. So, but I did try to pull out a couple we've had before that we tried this year. So a couple that I put in here, I did a street corn chowder this summer, and we really liked it. So I put it in because I have frozen corn in the freezer, and I can easily pull this one together pretty quickly. One of the things I did with leftover turkey from Thanksgiving is we actually cut ours all off of the bird, and at whatever was left after we served and everybody got what they wanted to take home for leftovers and stuff, I divvied it out, the white and the dark meat, and I put them in freezer bags by, I did like 1 pound, I think I did 1 or 1.5 pound bags, and I think I got 3 bags. And I did the same thing with the ham, and then I froze my ham bone kind of separate because I'll use that for New Year's Day with my black-eyed peas. So, so anyway, so I was trying to think of, oh, what's something I could do with the turkey? And my husband says, oh, we should make turkey tetrazzini. We haven't made that in years. And I thought, oh, that would be really good. And so I put that on here. I put the Swedish meatballs back on the menu, even though I don't have a recipe. I'm gonna have to do some research. If you have a recipe for a good Swedish meatballs, I would appreciate it, because one of my sons loves it. It's like his favorite meal, and so I really want to make that for him during the break, because he is finishing up next week with his finals for college, and he'll have a few weeks to just work straight retail. And if Thanksgiving week was anything what it'll be like, Lord, please help him. So the other thing I put back in here were the salmon patties. We really liked those, so I put that back in this rotation. And then and I put our venison burgers, because we had gotten some more venison from Azure in my last haul. And so we liked those so much, so I was like, oh, I put the venison burgers on here. So we have our old standbys, our turkey tacos and pizza. And then chicken soup and burgers are kind of those things as well. I added doing a Sunday pot roast, and for Christmas, we don't necessarily do the traditional thing. I actually fry up chicken tenders. My kids love them, and they love how I do them. And honestly, this started when I was gluten-free, so I would actually fry up gluten-free chicken tenders. And that's what my kids look forward to, and that's what we did. So I don't necessarily do them gluten-free anymore. I follow the same recipe. I just use the einkorn flour, and they're delicious. And so I'm doing chicken tenders. I do usually do like a broccoli casserole, and I think a macaroni and cheese, something like that. So we will be doing that this coming Christmas. And it's just our immediate, it's usually just John and myself and our boys, and every now and then we might have someone else who pops by, but that's pretty much how we do Christmas. And for New Year's Eve, we do hot wings and like jalapeno peppers and poppers, or whatever you call them, and like nachos, whatever. We kind of just junk out. And so Might as well. It's the last day of the year. And so those were just some of the things I put on there. I knew some of the stuff I had in my freezer. I know I have a pork tenderloin I want to use. It's marinating. So I put that on the menu. I had scored some chicken thighs at my last little haul with 30% off. And when I get stuff like that, I bring it in and I cut it up and I go ahead and put it in a marinade. I put it in a teriyaki marinade and I freeze it so that when I pull it out, all I have to do is cook some rice. I'll cook some rice and some of my bone broth, and I have some veggies to stir fry, and we just heat through the meat. It's already in the bite-sized pieces. It's marinated, and then you mix it with your vegetables. It's an easy dinner, and it's really good. And so I do that with chicken thighs and with if I get like the chicken tenders or the thin cutlets, I find those. And a lot of times I'll mix the two because I have some boys who prefer the breast meat and others who like the darker meat. And I find if I do that mix, it works out pretty good. So those are kind of what I put on my meals. And what I did for Wednesday nights is I just put subs left over. Some of these nights we will have church meals. Some of the nights we don't. Once school's out, they typically take a break. I'll still be going to church because we still have like choir rehearsal and stuff like that. So except for the last Wednesday of the month, I know there won't be any church, no choir rehearsal, and I just put breakfast for dinner for that one. That one's always an easy one to pull out of your back pocket, and it makes for a tasty, quick dinner. So that's my menu for December, and it doesn't have a lot of eating out. Right now, like I said, the only meal to eat out is my birthday. And I'm hoping to save money more than what I had this time, but we'll see. That's going to be my goal. And then my goal is really trying to get me to January, because when I hit January, I'm planning on trying to have a decent size Azure haul. And then I'm hoping to really just be able to do a really strong kind of pantry challenge for January, February. And we'll see how and try to save some money there. And for I don't know what yet, but I'm sure I'll find something. So, but anyway, I told y'all I would give you an update, and I wanted to be transparent and honest with you. So I don't know how much more transparent and honest I can get. My dog is just full of loving on me right now. Yes, baby. Yes, boy. And so, and I wanted to be honest about how it went, and because you may be finding the same thing. It's tough. It's really tough during the holidays. And so anyway, with that, I am gonna let you go. If you find value in this, I appreciate a thumbs up. If you are liking our channel, we would love it if you subscribe to our channel. If you know someone who might be interested in the things that we do on our channel, please share that with them. And with that, I'll see you next time, and I hope you have a blessed one. Bye. Are you ready? You good? You big goofball. Give me kisses. Give me kisses. You gonna kiss me? Kiss me?